The land is an important natural resource and a gift from nature that is important in sustaining all aspects of human life, providing life support systems, and serving as the foundation of our economy and society. It is essential for the existence and prosperity of humanity and the maintenance of all terrestrial ecosystems as it supports wildlife, agriculture, transport, and other human activities. Land is limited in the area and it cannot be enlarged or created by humans. Thus, the land must be managed with the greatest care and efficiency because it is vital for the lives and development of mankind. Over the years, human demands have been continuously increasing along with the population, while land resources have remained limited. As humans, we need to shoulder the responsibility of safeguarding and conserving our lands because they are crucial for the survival of all living organisms.
We, Filipinos, stand, act, and live in our beloved homeland, the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago composed of 7,107 islands, but only 880 are inhabited. 298,170 kilometers of Philippines are land, but most of the Philippine lands are used for agriculture. It is about 41% of land in the country. Forests cover 25.9% of the total land area in the Philippines. The remaining 33.1% of land are for roads, transportation features, wasteland, and built-up areas. Quezon City is a part of this 33.1%. According to the last national census, Quezon City is the largest city in terms of land area in the National Capital Region, with 166.2 square kilometers, most populous city with 2.9 million population. Quezon City offers land attractions and historical places which enjoyed by local and international travelers.
Quezon Memorial Circle,
University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center,
And the Mesa Eco Park are some of the historical and well-known land areas that Quezon City is proud of.
Quezon Memorial Circle is a 27-hectare national park located at the center of the city. It is full of trees that give joy to the visitors because of the beauty of nature. This park is accessible to anyone such as joggers, families, friends, couples, and shoppers.
The Presidential Car Museum, restaurants, food stands, cafes, a basketball court, and galleries surround Quezon Memorial Shrine located at the center of the park.
This triangular memorial shrine is dedicated to the late President Manuel Luis Quezon. It is built between 1952 to 1978 and is considered as the most significant landmark in the city.
University of the Philippines, Diliman is our national university. It is also the main campus of its system. UP Diliman covers 497 hectares of land in Quezon City.
According to some former UP Diliman students, there were a lot of trees inside the campus that gave warmth and comfort to them. This university is a popular destination in Quezon City because of its relaxing site and visitor-friendly parks. Anyone can freely visit the campus. Visitors can jog, stroll, and enjoy the shade of the trees, such as having a picnic in a beautiful and peaceful sunken garden.
The Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center, dubbed as the Nature Park in the city's heart, is a 23.8 hectares of protected area under the administration and management of the Biodiversity Management Bureau. This bureau is responsible for directing the protected area system of the country and provides rules for conserving the nation's biodiversity. The Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center serves as a venue for several scientific, educational, religious, and recreational activities. Within the park is the Wildlife Rescue Center, which serves as a rehabilitation facility and temporary shelter for donated and abandoned wild animals.
Its developing urban biodiversity is composed of various species of animals, including mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians, and different species of endemic and introduced plants. Therefore, this park showcases the beauty and simplicity of nature.
One haven in the city is the La Mesa Eco Park. It is said to hold the last rainforest in Metro Manila that provides clean air to the metro and preserves flora and fauna. La Mesa Eco Park is a 33-hectare public park that serves as a venue for outdoor recreation and great forest experiences for visitors. Jogging, walking, biking, picnics, and family outings are some activities that visitors can enjoy inside the park. Aside from that, students also consider this place as a living laboratory.
La Mesa Eco Park is a great place to unwind, relax, and escape the stress of daily work and living. People in the city do not need to travel far from the city to feel, touch, smell, and breathe in the natural environment away from crowded and polluted areas. Most importantly, their attractions promote environmental awareness and conservation.
Hey, good morning sa taga-PUP.
Good morning po.
Nag-aaral tayo mabuti. Ang Eco Park nag-start noong 2004 sa initiative ni Ma'am Gina Lopez. Dahil ang plano talaga is para i-rehabilitate, proteksyonan yung watershed. Para maiwasan yung siltation sa ating dam. So, 1999, nag-start kami ng reforestation. 2001, nandun ako. Kaya dinala ako dito sa park dahil marunong ako sa landscaping. 2004 namin ito inumpisahan. Para mag-generate ng pondo para papasweldo ng tao sa watershed. Kung napapansin nyo ito, nag-umpisa talaga ito 1950s.
Nandito na po yan.
Dito na siya. Park na siya dati.
Opo.
Kung napanood yung ibang pelikula ni Fernando Poe Jr., nakikita to. Tsaka maliit pa yung mga pang na yan. Yung mga royal pang. Nung 2004, grabe nilinis namin dito dahil may mga informal settler. Halos binabawasan nila yung puno.
Opo, napadpad po
Kung
dito.
wala yung bantay kalikasan kami,
Wala.
baka
Hindi po na-preserve yung mga
wala ni mga puno dito. Dito sa park, sa bantay kalikasan, hindi kami gumagamit ng mga lason. Puro organic.
Opo.
Para hindi
Harmful sa
hindi masira yung lupa. Tapos mga insekto. Kasi lahat magkakaugnay yan.
Opo.
Kaya ang Eco Park ay magandang example ng ecosystem. Ang ecosystem, simply, ang meaning nun, interaction of living organism and the non-living environment. So, yun ang kahalagaan ng bantay kalikasan dito na pangalagaan namin to.
All of these sceneries and dreams of a beautiful city were shattered when it was declared that Quezon City is one of the biggest contributors of land pollution in the Philippines.
A local article was published in 2021 by Jonathan L. Mayuga, a journalist for more than 15 years, stated that the Philippines, with a population of over 100 million, is producing over 21 million metric tons of garbage every year, and it is way beyond its solid waste management capacity. The National Capital Region, with its estimated population of over 12 million, is the biggest producer of garbage, as it produced 3,466,469 metric tons of garbage last 2020.
Latest data from Metropolitan Manila Development Authority show that Quezon City produced the largest volume of garbage daily.
As the population in Quezon City continues to grow significantly and is only expected to grow even more through the years, it means that more land will be used for housing constructions and industrialization. Based on a World Population Review, in 2000, the population of Quezon City was around 2,173,831, and years later, the city's population is now estimated at 3,238,343, which has grown by 1.23% annually. The increasing number of population, commercial, And residential buildings also comes with unsolved community issues like littering, industrial waste, and so much more that make land pollution becoming worse.
These factors lead to severe and continuous growth of land pollution in Quezon City. According to Urban SDG Knowledge Platform, Quezon City generated over 2,000 tons of waste each day, and without proper waste diversion strategies, this will continuously increase.
Speaking of land pollution, sa tingin ba natin, pagising natin sa umaga, hanggang maghapon, ilang kilo yung napuproduce nating basura. Magkasama yung tawag doon, biodegradable, recyclable at
non-biodegradable.
So kung papansin ninyo, saan ba napupunta lahat yun? Siyempre sa lupa. Pagka punta sa lupa, siyempre, pag hindi naman naayos hindi na manage ng maganda ng gobyerno natin, yung mga basura, so naging pollution sa tubig. Pag ulan, yung runoff water, dadalhin sa ilog, mapupunta sa dagat. So hindi lang land pollution.
Pati sa bodies of water.
Tapos, sabi nga, sa study ng mga scientists, baka pagdating ng panahon, wala na tayong mahuling isda sa dagat, kundi puro plastic na. So yun yung pananaw ko sa land pollution.
But, before we further discuss Quezon City's growing land pollution issues, let us first talk about land pollution. Land pollution is the deteriorating of Earth's land surfaces at and below ground level, and it occurs when trash, compost, and other toxins are dumped on the land, contaminating or polluting.
One of the most common ways of waste disposal is through a landfill, which renders the land and soil where it's set unusable. It also affects adjacent land because toxic chemicals can spread through the soil surrounding the area over time. An example of this is the infamous landfill in the slums of Quezon City, Payatas.
Payatas is a barangay in Quezon City which is highly known for being the largest open dump site in the country and has a population density of 139,740 residents as of 2020.
The establishment of the Payatas dump site located here in this barangay is the result of the closure of Smoky Mountain, a once renowned large landfill located in Manila. Individual residents of the Smoky Mountain moved to the Payatas dump site, which resulted in its massive community increasing in numbers, which makes it the largest dump site of waste known in the country.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. Ma'am, nakwentuhan na tayo, ma'am. So, ma'am, paano niyo po i-describe yung Payatas simula po nung tumira kayo dito as a resident po?
Yung Payatas kasi para sa akin, nung teenager pa ako, yan kasi yung nagsilbing hanap buhay ko habang nag-aaral. Tapos hanap buhay ng pamilya ko. Parang yan na rin yung naging sandigan namin para makakain. Lahat sa pang-araw-araw.
Parang po yung basura po dito, parang yun po yung naging kabuhayan niyo po.
Yun talaga yung naging focus namin dati.
Kung madi-describe niyo po yung Payatas noon at ngayon, ano pong pagkakaiba nila?
Kasi dati, araw-araw, meron kami inaasahan na makukuha namin ng panghanap buhay. Ngayon, di ba, nakita mo naman, halos karamihan sa amin walang hanap buhay.
Opo.
Kami lang yung pinagpala dahil meron kami amang mabait na tumanggap sa amin.
Opo. Mabait po talaga yung amo niyo. Opo. Ano po bang anong amo niyo, ma'am? Dito rin po ba siya nakatira? Dito
rin.
Bali, ma'am, kasi nabalitaan namin, yung dump site, dito po siya dati. Bali, mountain ng basura po to, itong lugar na to.
Yung nakikita niyo yan.
Kailan po yan natanggal po? Tapos nalipat po sa Montalban, sabi po sa amin.
Oo.
Opo.
Siguro meron ng 6 na taon na yata.
Opo.
Simula na natanggal yan kasi buntis pa ako nun.
Opo.
Yun. Biglaan lang din yun kaya ito trabaho namin.
Bali, ma'am, ito kabuhayan nyo to yan, yung mga yan. Bali, hinihiwalay niyo yung marurumi sa Opo. Kasi ma'am, pag narinig namin yung Payatas, parang kadikit na nun yung salitang pagpag. Yung pagpag, di ba, hanggang ngayon, ma'am, gayon pa rin ginagawa niyo.
Kasi kung tutuusin nga tigba, ang mamahal nga ng bilihin sa pagpag na tinatawag, makakamenos na kami ng 100. Ulam na namin yun sa maghapon.
Mm.
Diba? Kung bibili pa kami, ibibili namin, pambaon na lang ng mga anak namin.
Bali, ginagawa nyo pa rin yung pagpag hanggang ngayon, no?
Oo.
Bali, wala po nagiging epekto sa inyo,
Wala.
ganun.
Wala naman.
Parang-
Saka hindi naman kasi kami, hindi porke taga-payatas kami, hindi na kami kukuha ng malinis. Puro malilinis naman kasi yung kinukuha namin, hindi porke pagpag, marumi na.
Iniinit yun naman po yun, no? Ganun.
Hinuhugasan namin yung
Hinuhugasan po.
Tapos, syempre, alam namin kapag quality na pwedeng kainin, inuwi namin. Pero pag hindi, syempre, tinatapon namin.
Opo. Buti po wala po nangyayari sa inyo na
Wala
nagkakasakit po kayo,
Hindi
gano'n.
Residents around Payatas here are mostly below poverty level, and various ethnic groups reside in the barangay. They earn their income and assets mostly in recycling and recovering trash in the mountain of waste. When all is said and done, the trash that is loaded and disgusted by the people becomes the source of life and blessing for the people in Payatas. Payatas is but a dream solitude of a tainted opportunity which exploited and affected many lives.
Lupang impyerno. Pagkatag-araw, apoy. Pagkatag-ulan, landslide. Wala ko kami magawa dahil mahirap.
Wala ito. Doon ang bako.
In early July 2000, two typhoons ravaged parts of the Philippines, causing severe flooding and deaths. In Payatas, a huge municipal garbage dump became a sudden, unstable mass and then collapsed and burst into flames on July 10, which resulted in Payatas' landslide. The large pile of garbage first collapsed and then went up in flames, which resulted in the destruction of about 100 squatters' houses, deaths of 218 people, and caused 300 missing persons.
Mga next na tanong ko po about po sa Payatas landslide po. So, paano niyo po ma-describe kung ano yung nangyari po nung may lalarawan po yung nangyari nung Payatas landslide?
Yung Payatas landslide noong 2000, grade 7 pa ako, na first year dati. Kinat kasi yung pasok ng kaya marami din natabunan na estudyante noon. Pero yun yung time na hindi ko pa masyadong yung gamay istorya. Pero ang alam ko marami talaga namatay nun.
Tapos marami din daw pong nawala, gano'n.
Oo. Tapos ilang buwan din na nagsara yung Payatas nun, di ba? Kaya halos lahat gutom.
Bali, nandun po kayo nung nangyari yung Payatas landslide?
Wala ako totally dun sa eksaktong lugar kasi taga-dos ako eh.
Its history made such a huge impact that even the famous National Geographic, an American monthly magazine, made an article related to pollution and included Payatas and its history, recognizing how serious the problem is.
So, bali wala po kayong pamilya po na naapektuhan nung Payatas?
Malayo naman yung tinitirahan namin dun sa pinakalugar kasi taga doon kami sa Do. So yung lugar Tagalog ang pangalan. Kaya malayo na.
Bali, resident po kayo ng Payatas nung panahon na yun, no? Ano pong nangyari sa inyo? Parang pinaalis po kayo ng Payatas nung time na yun, nung nag-close yung Payatas?
Hindi naman. Nandiyan pa rin kami. Ano lang, yung trabaho lang yun nawala, yung nag-close yung Payatas.
Saan po kayo pumunta nun? Dito pa rin po kayo?
Dito pa rin.
Pero yung basura po, wala na po dito? Hindi na po sila dump site?
Hindi na. Kasi pina-close yun.
Ano pong naging source of income nyo?
Dahil minor pa ako nung gumuho yung Payatas dump site, nagtinda kami ng gulay. Yun yung naging source of income namin.
Tapos ngayon po, binalik po kasi nagkaroon ng epidemic sa Quezon City kasi yung basura, wala pong dump site na mapupuntahan.
Marriage Productions International, a video production company serving Manila and other cities outside the Philippines, was able to feature the story behind the Payatas dump site tragedy in its produced film documentary. At the end of the documentary, important statements were highlighted.
The landslide prompted the passage of the Republic Act No. 9003, or the Ecological Solid Waste Management of 2000, which mandates the closure of open dump sites in the Philippines by 2004 and controlled dump sites by 2006.
In 2017, the Payatas dam site was closed. Since then, all the 6,000 rubbish truck deliveries a day are supposed to go to San Isidro, a smaller dump some distance away where other scavengers work. Also, after nearly 20 years, the Quezon City Regional Trial Court Branch 97 found the Quezon City government liable for the garbage dump collapse in Payatas and stated that the dangerous physical condition of the Payatas dump site could have been avoided that would minimize the adverse effects of the dumping operations on people and communities nearby.
So, ngunit tanong ko po, yung pagtatapon po ba ng buong Quezon City ng basura nila sa Payatas masama sa inyo o nakakabuti? Parang masama ba tingin niyo sa mga taga Quezon City kasi dito pupunta lahat ng basura nila, or natutuwa pa kayo kasi yun yung nagiging kabuhayan nyo, yung basura nila?
Siyempre, di ba, sabi nga nila nasa basura ang pera. Katutuwa namin yun kasi meron kaming trabaho. Pang financial, sino ba namang magagalit pa nun? Para sa akin lang kasi doon kami nabubuhay Nasa basura kami nabubuhay. Kaya syempre matutuwa kami.
Paano kung bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon na mabago yung buhay, na mawala ka dito sa Payatas, gagawin mo ba?
Sa akin, kung bibigyan ako ng pagkakataon. Kasi ako tanggap ko na Tsaka para sa akin kasi ayoko kasing umalis dito.
Kasi po nandito po talaga yung buhay.
Hindi. Mahal ko kasi yung lugar na to Tapos, yung katulad na sinabi ko kanina, wala na ako makikitang amo na katulad ng amo ko ngayon. Yung sobrang laki ng tiwala sa amin, tinuring kami hindi ibang tao, kaya okay na ako dito.
Payatas in itself depicts what land pollution is in the Philippines. But land pollution is a global issue, which means that every country in the world has to deal with it and can see it in its worst form.
The United Nations released a news article with the title, Soil Pollution, Jeopardizing Life on Earth. UN Agency Warns on World Day. And it focuses on how soil and land is essential to human life's well-being since it is a treasure beneath our feet. But still, this invaluable resource is under constant threat from the little understood phenomenon of soil pollution. According to Jose Graziano da Silva, the Director General of the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, human activities are the primary source of this invisible pollution. Thousands of chemicals used in everyday lives and tons of urban, industrial, and agricultural waste end up in soil, leaving it bare and degraded. He said in a message marking the World Soil Day. In addition, with soil essential to providing food for 95% of the world, soil pollution not only reduces the quantity and quality of crops and produce, it also worsens poverty and compromises the future for generations to come, warned the head of FAO.
Seeing Payatas and realizing land pollution's huge impact in people's lives are lessons needed to be seen, and to which pollution makes it a serious issue that even other countries here on Earth are having a hard time providing answers and solutions for. However, there are endless possibilities and chances for society to end the continuous accumulation of land pollution. This can still be avoided by following the principles of an organized, solid waste management system that reduces the amount of waste we produce, also known as the 5 Rs.
We all desire a cleaner and healthier environment, don't we? But how can we achieve it if we continue to create unnecessary waste and dispose of the ones we have improperly? That is why we have the 5R principles of solid waste management. The main goal is to maximize our recycling efforts by reducing the amount of waste we generate, thereby minimizing the likelihood of waste ending up in landfills.
The 5R consists of 5 actions, where 4 of it should respectively be taken first before recycling any items. This is to ensure that we can be as efficient as possible with managing our waste and optimize our recycling programs.
Step 1. Refuse.
Which means refusing to use unnecessary wastes such as single-use plastics or non-recyclable materials. Refusing unnecessary items that would turn out to be wasteful is the most effective way to minimize waste production.
Step 2. Reduce.
Which refers to reducing the use of harmful, wasteful, and non-recyclable materials in order to avoid contributing to its negative environmental impacts.
Step 3. Reuse.
Which encourages people to replace all single-use materials with reusable ones in order to avoid the throwaway culture, in which people discard items after only using them once.
Step 4. Repurpose.
In which we attempt to repurpose an item if we are unable to refuse, reduce, or reuse it. It also refers to upcycling, which is the process of giving an item a new function. Perhaps it could be useful for something else.
Step 5. Recycle.
We can now recycle an item since it is the most environmentally friendly way to dispose of waste after we have made an effort to follow all the other R's. One of the main ways we continue to make efforts that will not be harmful to the environment is to recycle anything that has that option.
Founded on September 18, 2021, Smart Recycle PH is an environmental conservation organization with the mission to increase environmental sustainability through recycling or upcycling techniques. Its campaign primarily focuses on reducing the amount of waste that ends up in landfills by acting as a link between common people, commercial organizations, and trusted collection partners via a streamlined waste management system. In order to promote information awareness campaigns on effective waste management and recycling, the group participates in, attends, and visits a variety of events and maintains contact with its linked brands, stores, and businesses both online and offline. Smart Recycle PH is only one of the many environmental organizations in the country that strives to improve the environment and human society. Given the fragility of our environment today, we must move forward with our environmental agenda. Smart Recycle PH hopes that we can join them in their pursuit of a more sustainable, inclusive, and responsible future for all through recycling the smart way.
Just like what the Smart Recycle PH does, one must learn to apply the 5R principles in our daily lives because it is essential for the welfare and upliftment of our society. Only then will we be able to live a better environment when we learn how to manage our waste efficiently.
If we observe, we will see that there is a gigantic zone of waste disposal everywhere throughout the world. Waste disposal destinations are a big issue for the planet. Thinking about the circumstances, waste management may surely help in solving the problem. A waste management system is a strategy an organization uses to dispose, reduce, reuse, and prevent waste. Possible waste disposal methods are recycling, composting, incineration, landfills, bioremediation, waste-to-energy, and waste minimization. The Philippines passed RA 9003, the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act, to improve solid waste management and protect public health and the environment.
Ano po, di ba, syempre po, tourist attraction na din po matatawag tong Eco Park. So, since madami po yung mga pumupunta po dito na pwedeng residents or tourists, and syempre po kasabay no, may mga dala-dala rin po sila or nako-collect na garbage or waste. So, paano po na ma-manage ng Eco Park or yung mga officials dito yung pag-right na pagsa-segregate or pagtatapon po ng mga waste po ng mga tao?
Start na tayo.
Okay.
Actually, yung pag-manage natin yung mga basura, kahit kami problema din namin yun. Kailangan ako, may mga training ako paano i-manage yung pinadala ko ni Ma'am Gina, paano i-manage yung basura. So, tinuturo sa mga tao ko. At beside doon, pagpasok pa lang na mabisita natin sa entrance, may mga briefer at in-orient natin sila na bawal talang magkalat. Dahil halos na paligiran naman ng garbage bin dito. Pero, yun nga, ang hirap kasi sa mga Pilipino, ang problema talaga natin is yung habit ng mga Pinoy. Tapos lifestyle. Kaya hindi lang dito sa park ang problema ng basura, lahat sa Pilipinas siguro. Kasi naging part ako nung rehabilitation ng Pasig River, kaya nakita ko kung gaano ka talamak yung basura, lalo sa mga estero. So, nung nandoon kami, halos nalinis namin. Ngayon tuloy naman, kailangang inabulis ni Pangulong Duterte yun kasi parang may corruption daw. Nung wala na kasi si Ma'am Gina. Pero nung si Ma'am Gina pa, malabo yung corruption kasi ayaw niya yun, nagagalit siya sa corruption. Ang kagaya nito, laging marami talagang bisita dito, lalo sa mga bata. Yung tatapon ng galit na ng Pinoy, yung tapon
Dito na lang sa tabi.
Kung hindi natin kaya ng orientation, may mga tao naman tayo para alisin at tapos segregate. Yung sabi ko kanina, bio, non-bio, recycle.
Tapos may mga po naman kasi mga trash bins na.
May MRF naman kami dito na mandato naman ng gobyerno yun sa balikan natin yung sabi kanina, Republic Act 9003 yung solid waste management.
As it was mentioned earlier that Quezon City is the largest generator of trash in Metro Manila, how its officials strictly implement the waste management system and how the residents follow it will make everyone curious.
The Department of Sanitation and Cleanup Works of Quezon City is the lead department responsible for the city's sanitation, waste management, compliance with the environmental laws and related rules and regulations, and the administration of a comprehensive environmental protection program. The Task Force on Solid Waste Management provides services within the city, such as sanitation services, including regular waste management, and providing deployment of support vehicles for waste collection, disposal, and transportation. QC Task Force on Solid Waste Management continues to provide day-to-day reports on the operations by means of social media, and they seek to influence the people to be part of all the programs they are implementing. The goal is to keep Quezon City clean and healthy by establishing harmonious barangays that are safe, proactive, sustainable, and forward-looking, and a community that is inclusive, engaged, and willing to address the challenges. Overall, the Quezon City government is one of the few local government units in the country that is consistently recognized by various organizations and national government agencies for its exemplary implementation of Republic Act 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 and other environmental laws and ordinances.
Good afternoon po ma'am. Ano po yung mga pwede niyo pong i-share regarding po about land pollution sa inyo pong nasasakupan?
Actually, kanina yung sa waste management na pinag-usapan namin ng isang mong classmates. Siyempre kami, basically, we are just following the city ordinance ng local, ng Quezon City. Since nasa Quezon City kami, merong mga ordinansa na ipinatutupad, so sumusunod kami ron. May mga schedule tayo ng pagtatapon ng basura. Siyempre, we follow those rules and regulations pertaining to this. And of course, yung paghiwa-hiwalay ng nabubulok sa hindi nabubulok at yung pwedeng pakinabangan. Kaya nga, as you can see, the Police Station 5, malinis, may mga halaman kami dyan na nakakatulong din sa ating kalikasan. And meron kaming tinatawag na offline kalinisan, kung saan ang mga kapulisan nagtutulong-tulong din kami every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon na naglilinis kami ng aming area of responsibilities. And in particular, yung bawat opisina namin ay talagang sisiguraduhin din namin na malinis. And when it comes to yun nga yung city ordinance, syempre kung may mga violators kasi nito, meron din kaukulang parusa, nag-i-issue ng OVR or yung ordinance violators receipt ang yung mga dedicated personnel na merong ini-issue na ticket na pag nahuli sila na sumusuway sila sa city ordinance na itinakda ng city, ini-issuean sila ng OVR at pag hindi nila ito natubos, lumalabas, sinasampahan sila ng reklamo at may mga instances pa na may lumalabas na warrant of arrest at ang parte ng pulis doon ay huhulihin naman namin sila. So, I think yun lang naman yung ating participation pero it's a big part on the part of sa amin sa kapulisan na maging malinis din yung area natin kasi kami naniniwala cleanliness is next to godliness.
The implications of the garbage crisis in Quezon City and in our country in general are simply too serious for us to do nothing. To end this crisis before it destroys the environment and poisons the bodies of future Filipino generations, we must act now by following our local waste management executive orders.
Marami tayong batas regarding sa solid waste management tsaka yung garbage management. May pinsan kasi ko sa Holland, na ikwento nga niya nung nagbisita dito, na doon daw hindi talaga stricto talaga sila pagdating sa basura nila. Ay, kung magawa natin yon, wala na tayong problema.
Basta strict po na masunod at ma-implement.
Kailangan. Sa experience ko rin,
Opo.
ang mga Pinoy kasi hanggang sa umpisa lang eh.
Sa una lang po.
Sa una lang magaling. Pagka nakalimutan na, balik sa dati. Pero kung may sa puso at isip natin talaga dahil para naman sa bayan natin, kaya naman.
A simple act of discipline can have a significant impact. Waste management is not only the responsibility of government organizations, but as a responsible citizen, we have our own role to play in managing waste.
As several countries all around the world continue to pursue the path towards modernization for better and improved lives of the people, issues such as pollution, greenhouse gases, and climate change also rises. As a result, in 2015, all countries in the United Nations adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
According to the World Health Organization, the Sustainable Development Goals aim to transform our world by bringing balance between meeting the requirements of the present demands while not overlooking the needs of future generations. They are a call to action to end poverty and inequality, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity. It is critical that no one is left behind. Among the 17 set-out goals of the SDG, a single goal stands out and is beneficial in minimizing land pollution. SDG number 15 aims to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of territorial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. With the assistance of the numerous countries united by the United Nations, we still have hope to prevent the irreversible effects of climate change.
Eco Park ay pag-ari namin MWSS. Sakop siya ng Quezon City. Under management siya ng ABS-CBN Bantay Kalikasan. So kung batas ang pag-usapan natin, malamang protektado to. Lalo sa DNR. At saka sana nga yung sinasabi mong wag pasukan ng industrialization.
Opo.
Kagaya na mga kino-convert yung ating agricultural land into residential.
Opo.
Yun ang malaking problema natin kaya nagkakaproblema tayo sa pagkain ngayon. Malapit pa rin ba sa
Opo. Wala po.
Okay, hindi naman nalilis
Opo.
Ayun, protektado siya ng batas dahil kung pabayaan to napasukin ng residente, marami yung maapektuhan, lalo yung Metro Manila pagdating sa inuming tubig. At saka pagka hindi naprotektahan yung mga puno dito, lalo tayong maano sa air pollution, hindi lang land pollution. Yun ang maging problema natin. Nagkaano na yun chain of...
Opo. Pagka yung umpisahan na, tuloy-tuloy natin po. So, sa ngayon po, parang expected po naman na hanggat yung Eco Park nandito.
Bantay Kalikasan pa to, maayos pa natin.
Okay po.
Similar to Quezon City's Eco Park with its goals, Safeguarding key biodiversity areas through the establishment of protected areas or other effective area-based conservation is an essential contribution towards SDG 15. Globally, this coverage of marine, terrestrial, freshwater, and mountain key biodiversity areas has increased from about 1/4 of each site on average covered by protected areas 20 years ago to nearly half of each site covered in 2021. Based on the United Nations, earlier last year, 129 countries had committed to setting their voluntary targets for achieving land degradation neutrality. And in 71 countries, governments had already officially endorsed those targets. Overall, commitments to land restoration are estimated at 1 billion hectares, out of which over 450 million hectares are committed through land degradation neutrality targets.
The Philippines is one of the countries that benefits and is connected to these SDGs, together with the local government and non-government organizations. We can still make our country a better place to live in for a future generation.
Every aspect of our lives is supported by the land, which also serves as the basis of our society and economy and provides essential life support systems. Land allows us to meet our basic human needs, but only until we reach its limits. Humanity's insatiable greed causes land degradation and pollution. We have started it, therefore we should also be the one to end it. Land is where we live, and the destruction of the land will threaten the survival of plants, animals, and even human life. Land pollution and degradation is a real problem that requires real solutions. And finding those solutions does not entail finding a silver bullet. It demands efforts on multiple fronts. Land resources such as water, food security, wildlife, and recreational opportunities can be sustained if we all work together to preserve land for future generations. Simply refusing to generate waste is a significant step toward change, as all of our daily decisions have an impact on the environment. But it goes further than that, because in order to truly make a difference, everyone must take action. Enforcing the 5R principles of solid waste management in our daily lives is just one of the things we can do to help protect our land and prevent further pollution. Let us all start to respect the environment and collectively make an action in preventing land degradation. Land conservation not only ensures a brighter future, but it also safeguards our food and water supplies, purifies the air, provides wildlife habitat, and strengthens our communities.
We are
Discoveries.
Together with us, are you willing to make a difference?